Welcome, Capricorn. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your full moon in Pisces tarot reading, which is a lunar eclipse on the 9th or the 7th of September. These are bracketed by the two new moons in Virgo. The first just occurred at the end of August, and the next one on the 21st of September, both in Virgo. So this is really bracketing a focus on the moon and will be most instructive for those with a moon in Capricorn. I am a sun in Capricorn, so I still obviously find value in Capricorn readings, as that's a significant placement in my chart. But I do urge people to check out at least the placements of your sun, moon, and rising signs, and any other signs you're drawn to. This is focusing particularly for you on the area of communication, how you're learning things, how you're shifting and re-navigating the way you exchange information. The overall energy here is the Six of Wands, and this is describing a collective commitment that you make every day that brings you a lot of recognition and reward. In part, a lot of your ability to do your part so well, to do your job, to take on the duties and obligations that you understand are yours as part of this community, family, team, department, effort, project, is something that you deeply understand is beneficial for you. And you are absolutely a team player in this regard. So this is an energy that is really calling out to your commitment to a better world, to a better collective community experience, to understanding that we are villages. We do not exist independently, that our communities, our villages amplify and support us in a myriad of ways that lead to a more successful life and longer lives. I'm struggling with the words underneath the Sun card. This is beautiful. It's interesting because Capricorn is so often known as hardworking, often at the bottom and or the top of any organization. Someone who is not afraid to roll up their sleeves and do what needs to be done. And it's interesting that you understand that this is a gift. And I think that it is a gift for those of you who have perhaps in the past bemoaned your hardworking, persevering work ethic that never seems to get you the accolades or the abundance that you ideally want to have. I also pulled a Tree of Life from the Sacred Geometry card for you, and it reads creation and humanity's harmony with the universe and the divine. I do think that in many ways you find your alliance with community, your inclusion in a family or some collective is something that you understand is a microcosm of the larger world, and you see your participation in the world seriously. You take the impact that you can have, the influence that you can have seriously. So this participation in a group, a collective, a community affords you that opportunity to have an impact on the world. You want your life and your experience to matter in some way. I'm going to look at the present card here. We have the Ten of Pentacles, which is really focusing on legacy. This is no mistake. And it's interesting because I feel that this is a new experience, thinking about your influence, your power, your gift, your facility as something that uh, can have influence and benefit for others. I believe you have always, perhaps for many of you, looked at it as though your ancestors, your familiars, your family members or relatives, even those that have passed, are supporting you. You are their dreams fulfilled. However, you're now understanding that you are moving towards a place of collaboration with your ancestors, with your cultural heritage or your family lineage, that you are part of that legacy, whatever that legacy is. And it needn't be an inheritance or a largesse of money or even a thing that you give. This can absolutely be about your spiritual and cultural wealth. Whatever it is, you take this seriously. You are considering this. What is your legacy about now? Not what will it be, but what is it now? I like that. In the past, we have the Nine of Wands, and this is describing you have worked so hard and so long to be successful, to find a place of belonging. There's information that's coming to me that many of you have felt often marginalized, outside, not really comfortably fitting in, not as casual and cool as you would like to see yourself or the people that you admire. Very drawn to powerful people, powerful ideas, and that you have worked really hard to be a part of something, to be a useful and contributing member of something. And in many ways, that seems to be an ongoing effort that you have been making over time. And it is only now that I believe you're understanding that you already have what it is you are looking to achieve. It is really as much about recognizing that you can no longer go on expending energy in the way that you have been, that you can't keep holding all these balls in the air, defending your turf in a way that leaves you exhausted, damaged, uh, crippled, and just not able to stay alert, ready, or be refreshed when opportunities come your way. So I do think you're evaluating, wait a minute, I know success is at hand, but I can't keep doing this in the way I have been. I have to restructure my efforts. In the future, the Four of Pentacles. I think you're looking at this foundation now very carefully. You're recognizing that this joining, consciously aligning yourself with a cultural heritage or some kind of benefit to others is really where your foundation begins to become stabilized. And it feels as though for many of you, it is in the exchange of information, the advisement you give, the influence you have, the power or the presence you contribute that is the basis of what is you would like to see grow, what you would like to achieve. So I feel as though a big shift has occurred here. And I think it is in part a result of this understanding who you really are, accepting who you really are, accepting that the challenges you've experienced have all been directly for you. They've been to show you uh, what you have to offer to others, who you are, and what things you can't be a part of. The Capricorn I'm speaking to is highly principled. There are many ideas you have about what is appropriate for the community, not just you. I feel like there isn't a strong separation between you and a collective, a community. Doesn't mean that you don't have any privacy or no walls or defenses, but you are good at establishing healthy boundaries, but ultimately identifying with making that contribution to growing and improving upon the community you live within. If this reading is resonating with you so far, Capricorn, please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. Share this with others if you feel inclined to do so, or you know of others who might find this information useful. I thank you for all the ways you support me and for your presence here now. So I'm going to clarify the present 10 of Pentacles with the 5 of Cups, and let's get something fresh here. The Page of Cups. Cool. Okay, so wow. This is a tall order. It's interesting. I think some of what has held you back from feeling as though you could align yourself with your heritage, your ancestors in the past, is broken relationships, a broken heart, a sense of being rejected, of being betrayed, even of seeing a pattern of being unsuccessful, unhappy in love over and over again. And that repetition is one that has you focused on the sense of not being enough, not having enough to give, not feeling enough, not wanting to align yourself adequately, not wanting perhaps to give up your independence. And that is part of a pattern you recognize and that you are no longer choosing. You know the outcome of these relationship offers or pursuits that you have engaged in the past. The outcome is the same. It doesn't feel truly connected. And yet you recognize that you've been choosing the same outcome, and you are instead investing in who you are. You're allowing yourself to be fresh, innocent, creative, imaginative. You're abandoning the failures and the things that you thought you needed to find in someone else. So I imagine for many of you, the qualities you were attracted to in the past in partners are now qualities you recognize that are yours. And instead of pursuing that outside of yourself, you're now learning to enjoy those qualities within you. And this is a beautiful change, a beautiful openness, a beautiful opening of your heart to who you are, to the experiences you've had, to the cultural frame you live within, to your ancestors or family experiences that you once saw yourself as outside of. In the past, the Nine of Wands is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. So this is beautiful. I see that not only is it 2 nines being emphasized here, which is about completion, right? You've gone along a path. You've maintained and held on to your independence, which is highly valuable to you. And you've also cultivated a work ethic. This work ethic is not just about doing the jobs that you accept, that you understand are part of your duties and obligations, but it's about improving yourself, working in ways that help to improve your skills, that allow you the time and the attention and focus of building a craft, of crafting, of making something, of building something in a way that takes away the motivation to do this for money. It doesn't mean that you're not going to receive some kind of abundance as a result of your efforts, contrary to that, but you're no longer measuring your effort by money. You're recognizing abundance and stability and security in myriad forms and resources. For some of you, those resources are your community, and you're learning how to navigate those while maintaining your own interest, your own space, cultivating your own well of imagination, creativity, opportunity. In the future, the Four of Pentacles is clarified by the Three of Cups, yay, and the Queen of Wands, lovely. Please don't be too freaked out by the somewhat ghostly and ghastly images on these cards. This deck is called Shadow Work deck. So it is intended to remind us that our subconscious experiences don't always look pretty, complete, and whole in the way that the outer world mirrors itself to us. And I like that quality because it's upending this energy that is very much present in this particular lunar eclipse that is about cultivating humility. In other words, we are human beings. We make mistakes. We're not perfect. And the pursuit of perfection is a flawed activity. Rather, we are learning to not shame or blame ourselves or others for mistakes we've made. Instead, we learn to mine those experiences for what they show us, what we've learned, and that turns to gratitude. However, in the future, you are coming into your power, your fiery, active power. Your confidence is growing, and this stability that you now understand is within you. It's a part of your habit, your work ethic, your presence, the way you move in the world is a cause of celebration as you exchange the lessons you've learned with others with whom you're intimate, with whom you are safe, with whom you learn from and advise. You share all of your experiences, the range, not just the happy experiences, but the existence of this intimate community is a cause for celebration. And I see you doing that, celebrating what you now realize you have, this foundation for growth and abundance. And this confidence that has you attracting from others the resources you need, this passion that cannot be contained, that exudes from you, that people see you and understand that you know what you want and you are going to achieve it. This determination is motivating to you and inspiring to others. I'm going to pull a Yogic Path Oracle card. Well, that was premature. And I pulled the Buddha. I don't know how to say this unless it comes out like booty, so I will say booty. And I'm going to look this up in the guidebook. Give me just a minute. And Buddha, the key words are inner wisdom, intellect. Wise one, you're now remembering what you were born with, all the answers that you are seeking. You have realized life is not about learning, but rather relearning, letting go of the illusions so we can remember our innate solutions. You've silenced the chattering of the mind to allow the whispers of the soul to speak, and are now beginning to truly read the vast textbooks that exist inside of you. This is the time to rewrite your story, authored by the greater wisdom of your soul, the Buddhi. Thank you so much, Capricorn. If you would like more content, check that more content here. Thank you for your likes and your subscribes. And until next time, namaste.